What the frick? Incredible. Wow. What up, King? How's it going, man? What's up with it? How are you doing today, man? What's up? Your head hurts like hell. What happened? You good? You didn't injure it, did you? Hopefully it's just a cold. I don't know, it's been going on for a few days. Damn. Did you take some ibuprofen? Whenever I have a really bad headache, ibuprofen is always the one. For some reason, aspirin doesn't really work. I mean, it kind of works, but I feel like ibuprofen's the best for like headaches and just general inflammation. Oh man, well, hope you feel better, man. That sucks. I always take ibuprofen, and if that doesn't work, then I guess you gotta drink a lot of water or something. Because I think if it's like a headache, which it sounds like it's a headache because it's just random. I drink a ton, as much water, drink so much water you feel like full from drinking water, and then it should go away. And then if it's something else, then I don't know. Maybe go to like a someone in my house took it with them because it isn't in my medicine cabinet. Oh, that sucks. They took it with them. Dude, that stinks. Well, is there a store nearby? And also, yeah, you should just drink as much water as humanly possible. Most headaches are just because you're dehydrated. Man, I figured that this stream is like 3 hours ahead. I need like a chair. Oh yeah, I forgot I brought a chair in. Took one of the patio chairs inside. Dang. Looks like YouTube doesn't push my streams out to the algorithm anymore. That's too bad. I was doing pretty well. That's all right. Um, I think it'll start doing that again. I just need to get more. Is when someone donates some money, I think, YouTube's pretty money greedy for the money. So once I get a donation or something, I bet it'll push out more into the algorithm. But that's all right. Honestly, I was getting kind of sick of those streams just because you get so many dumb people that join the stream and like little kids. I'm like, dude, get me. Yeah, no more unhinged viewers. It's fun for like 5 minutes and then it's not great. It's literally fun for like 5 minutes and then you're like, okay, these guys are the biggest losers. These guys must be the biggest losers ever. Yeah. But I've been there. I used to troll on the internet. What type of streams? These type of streams where you're just talking, the IRL streams where you just talk to the camera, like mobile streams where you're doing it on your phone. Dude, so I was getting a bunch of viewers and it was helping my channel a lot, but there's people that join when you're getting a lot of random viewers, you're getting a lot of toxic viewers too. So I was very thankful because I gained a good amount of subs from it and among other things, but dude, there's people just I don't know, there's people like insulting my baby and stuff like that. It was insane. They drove me crazy because they would repeat the same joke over and over. Yeah, they would type in 6-7. You hear the 6-7 joke like a million times. And then it's like, can you shout out my friend Nick? You know, you fill in the blank. It's just. Also, what's up, Doom? How have you been, man? I don't see you around as much these days, but I saw that you were streaming some Overwatch. I think you were playing Overwatch. Wait, I can't remember what you were playing. You were just playing it though. You were playing it with KK. Probably Marvel Rivals. Very different video equals very different crowd. Yeah, that's true. But I mean, this was insane. I think it's because somebody. Um. Actually, it's hard to say. It just happened randomly where the algorithm was just pushing my live videos to like. I would get. I don't know. By the end of the streams, I would have. I think the best one that I did was like 1,000 views. So that means there was 1,000 different people viewing my stream. But that was like it was like a 2 hour stream, but still, dude, that's like 1,000 people in one stream. It's pretty nuts. I couldn't keep up with the chat. And then people were just like insulting me or like, uh, just saying dumb jokes and just being super edgy where it just wasn't funny. Like there's a point of being edgy where it's funny, but then there's just being edgy and it's like, okay, you suck. But anyways, yeah. So hopefully I can do something to where grow I can grow the viewer audience without having a bunch of little kids and toxic people. That'd be great. But whatever. I was just seeing how this stream went. Yeah, YouTube has run the viewership into the ground a little bit. I found you a little while. I believe you were playing Fallout 4. Oh yeah, I remember that night. I was playing Fallout 4 till like 3 in the morning. Yeah, dude, I love Fallout. Fallout is great. Yeah, I remember that night. That stream did really well. I got to do more of those video game streams at night, but it sucks because I can't stay up that late anymore. not with a baby. Because you gotta get as much sleep as you can because the baby wakes up. I mean, she's still waking up like every 2 to 3 hours. So I can't just play Fallout till 3 a.m. like I used to. Maybe at a certain scale, toxic is inevitable, dude. You're right. I agree with you. I think you're right. It's definitely inevitable, which sucks. But hey, you meet a lot of. I mean, you meet cool people too. I met a lot of new cool people that stick around. Like Shelly. Shelly's awesome. I believe she's Hawaiian. Oh yeah, Doom. I'm in Maui right now. Can't really, not really a good view from here. I just wanted to chill in the little. We're just staying in a little bungalow. It's our little couch, our little patio, and then this is the room. Yeah, my mom saved up for our, because we just got married Saturday, and then my mom saved up some of her pension, or she gets, she's retired. She just retired like last year, so she's been saving up her pension from retirement. So she bought us a couple days at this resort, which, man, this is completely out of my budget. Thankfully, we both got a little bit of money from the wedding gifts, and then I got a random paycheck from my job that I got laid off from, and it was like $800. I was like, damn. I was like, I already got my last paycheck, so I don't know what I don't know what that's about. So, it wasn't a great last paycheck, but it was good enough for being a random one that I wasn't expecting. So now we're pretty set to do whatever here. It's been pretty fun. We did like an ATV off-road adventure where me and her were in the same ATV. We drove up a Hawaiian mountain. That was insane. And then I think you could see from where I was showing the video camera to the ocean right there. There's a little trail just right outside of our bungalow where we can walk to the water. And we were just swimming along. We were just swimming along the coast, and we saw a bunch of these crazy fish. I saw like this pancake fish. It was flat on the ground like this, and it was camouflage. I think it can change colors because it literally looked like sand. Was like the color of this fish. And it was laying flat like this, and I barely saw it. I remember I had to squint like this looking at it. I was like, wait, is that like a jellyfish? Because it looked like I could just see this blob in the sand. And I was staring at it. And then when I got too close, it flapped away like on the ground. I was like, whoa, I was like, that's crazy. That is really nuts. I wonder if it was a paycheck you may have forgotten to deposit. Because if it went back to them, they were responsible for giving it to you again. I have no idea because I didn't have a lot of hours when I was laid off. And then my last check was like, I thought it was like 300 to 500 because I didn't have a lot of hours with the pay period. And then randomly they gave me like an 800 where I was like, oh. And it was like weeks after I got fired. This was like 3 or 4 weeks after I got, laid off, kind of fired. Do you remember me or no? Yeah, dude, you ask me that every time. Rug, I know who you are, man. What's up? What are you doing? I also filed for unemployment, so I wonder if that has anything to do with it. I feel like I wouldn't get paid from them though. It was from the company I worked for. So who knows? Maybe maybe there was some sort of backlog of like money they were holding, like withhold. I know some companies withhold money and stuff, so maybe payroll at the old job is incompetent. Maybe, dude, that company did kind of suck. It's kind of sad because I love what they stood for. I love reselling instead of stuff going to the landfill, reselling it. But man, they paid, it was like slave wages, dude. The minimum wage for doing retail is like, dude, I was making like $20 an hour and then the store was just dead and there were hardly any customers. Sometimes there'd be like 3 customers for the entire day, like an 8 hour, 9 hour day. It'd be like, yeah. be like 3 people for the whole day. I was like, oh, this store is not doing too good. And I didn't know that when I got hired. They didn't say anything about that in the hiring process. They didn't say the store was struggling because the property tax costs like 8,000 a month, and some days we were making like $150 for a day, even less than that. Sometimes it's like, dude, that store might close. So that's part of the reason I got laid off. Other part of the reason is that I was listening to earbuds, and then they told me not to do it, and then I was like, dude, this job's way too boring. And then I tried to be sneaky and listen to earbuds again, and then they got pissed. I mean, they didn't really get pissed, but they were like, dude, come on. And then I was also so bored one day, I was on my phone, and then one of my managers was like, so you can do whatever, but just don't be on your phone. I was like, oh, man, I'm being a jerk. So it was mostly because the store was struggling, but it was also because I was being, dude, that job was so boring. I couldn't help it. I just needed to escape how boring that job was. I liked a lot of people at my old jobs, but being a cool person doesn't mean you're good at a job. Ouch. Yeah. I tried to be like, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I tried to be like a cool, like nice guy, but then, you know, I would listen to earbuds when I wasn't supposed to. But it's like, dude, when you're doing inventory, like when you have to do inventory all day, you're telling me I can't listen to a podcast or something? I don't know. It's like, man, it was I couldn't handle it. It was too boring. I think that's the most boring job I've ever done. And I worked at Dollar Tree. Like I worked at a dollar store, and even the dollar store wasn't that boring. This was new heights of boredom. Like you'd have to take a picture of an item, put it in an inventory, like put the description, the price, the dimensions, and bro, it was just it was so tedious. Um, but you know, I should have taken it a little more serious considering I have a daughter now. I should have been on point because, you know, I need money. So, but I feel like they would have given me a write up. Like if anything, I feel like they would have written me up for. I mean, dude, all I was doing was listening to earbuds and just being on my phone for a minute. I don't think that's quite. I don't think that's quite a fireable offense. Um, and you know, when they were laying me off, they were like, "Yeah, you know, for that stuff, we would have laid you off." Or I mean, what was it? They would have written me up, given me a warning. Like most companies aren't going to just fire you for doing that. I liked a lot of people in my own job. Being doesn't mean you're good at a job. Oh, I meant the other people. I need a job again too. Oh, you're not working at the sorting factory anymore. What happened with? I mean, it's up. Never mind. Is I was curious what happened, but you don't have to say that. I was just curious if you got like laid off or. But well, like I said, you can tell me what you want to tell me. Oh, man, yeah. But honestly, I was really not I was really not content with that job. At least at my last job, there was some cool, exciting stuff that happened, like doing um so I was doing junk removal, and at least I mean that job sucked too. Don't get me wrong, junk removal really sucks. When it's bad, it's really bad. But at least with junk removal, I was able to, you know, sometimes there'd be a house full of like vintage stuff. Like somebody's grandparents passed away and they have all this stuff from like the 1950s and 60s, and you get to go through like old newspaper and old board games. There was something so cool about that it made it all worthwhile. You know, you got to take stuff home, and I got to sell a bunch of stuff that people were throwing away. Yeah, yeah, stuff you could get for. Oh, what's up, freak? Morning, dude. Yeah, stuff you could get easy to sell. There was a point where I was making, you know, not a ton of money, but I was making like money to add to my paychecks because it was just stuff that was going to get thrown away with junk removal. And then I just kept it and threw it in my car. Also, I had two of my bikes stolen when me and Cassidy were living in that apartment. Somebody stole both of our bikes. Like they clipped our locks and they stole both of our bikes. And dude, I had had that bike for like, dude, I had had that bike, that giant bike for like 15 years. And somebody stole my goddamn bike. And then Cassidy's bike was sick. Hers was like a vintage 90s purple it was like a 90s purple Schwinn or something like that. Like, dude, these were not shitty bikes, dude. We had them stolen from the apartment complex. And then uh when I was doing junk removal, I found two whoa, what is this username? Autistic Cornbread Part 4. What's up, brother? Dude, nice name. I remember your name too. You were in one of the older streams, the older IRL streams back when more people were joining and it was a total zoo. Morning, Vanny. Good to see you. Sorry, I'm really blabbing right now. Cassidy's at yoga, so I figured I'd take advantage of the stream. I'm trying to build myself back up. I think it's because I wasn't streaming for so long. I took a little hiatus. Like I was being very consistent. I was streaming like every day to like every other day. So when I stopped, I think YouTube slowed down my the algorithm. I watched one where your background was Goku. Yeah, yeah. I remember you, dude. Nice username. That username is insane. Autistic cornbread. Let's see. What should we talk about? I kind of lost my trace of thought, but if you guys want to talk about anything, if you guys have any questions, this versus that, what do I think of this? What do I think of that? Or if you guys want to tell me what's going on in your day, go for it. I'm a freestyle rapper, dude. Same. Hell yeah. Maybe we can freestyle, dude. I have a lot of beats. I have a lot of good beats to freestyle too. And I want to start making like Young Money, like 2011, 2010 type beats. I want to start making those beats because man, I'm so sick of modern trap beats, honestly. I want to start making that stuff. That shit's way cooler. Modern trap beats are just dude, everybody's making the same damn trap beats and it's putting me to sleep. Sure, dog. Love freestyle. We can collab. Sick, dude. Sounds good. Yeah, I used to really love freestyling, and it was a lot easier when I was drinking alcohol. I don't know if you like drinking while you freestyle, but I remember that was how I unlocked the best. Tame Impala Dracula? What? What's that? So I've been sober from alcohol for like, it was 4 years in August. So now I'm past 4 years sober from alcohol. And, but when I was drinking, I would freestyle a lot. Like it was really fun to freestyle when I was drunk. And, so that's been hard. I need to relearn how to freestyle because I used to only do it when I was either really high or mainly when I was drunk because I was way better when I was drunk. Because when you drink alcohol, you get this like loose. You kind of have to be loose when you're freestyling. You can't be tensed up like hoping you rhyme every word. You kind of have to just not care to do it. Only Dracula I know is Dracula Flow. Not gonna lie, the Regalia stuff in the 2010 Wayne beats, I feel those are different because they're really catchy and also majestic. Like, yeah, dude, they're pretty good. Those beats are awesome. So yeah, I miss drunk freestyling, but man, my life has improved. Like, dude, I wouldn't if I kept drinking the way I was drinking. Now here's the thing. If you drink alcohol, fine. That's great. I personally drinking for me was really bad. Like it fucked my life up. It held me back really hard because I'm just an addict. That's kind of the bottom line. Anything I touch, I have a chance to get addicted to. Like I've been addicted to weed, alcohol, porn, uh, masturbating. Well, it's kind of in the same realm as porn, but they are different. Um, what else did I get addicted to? I'm addicted to my smartphone. I'm addicted to Instagram, Facebook, just social media as a whole. Like I get addicted to everything, dude. I'm a huge addict, and it sucks. And I need to be super careful with that stuff. Because man, the worst thing I was ever addicted to was alcohol by far. Alcohol fucked my life up. It was insane. And thankfully, that was only a year. It was only a year where I drank, super aggressively. I was buying like bottom shelf half gallon. I would buy like 2 half-gallon handles of just the most bottom shelf vodka. And here's the kicker. I would filter that shitty vodka through a water Brita filter. Dude, I look back on that and I'm like, what was I doing? What was that about? And you know what it was about? It's because I had broken up with an ex and I was super into her. That's what really messed me up. I just couldn't get over her. And she was kind of a shitty person too. I don't know. Um, I think it's because I hadn't been in a relationship in a while. Like I'd had quite a dry spell from relationships for like a very long time. And then I finally got in a relationship with her. And then we both just didn't click. I was a shitty person. And then, she was in better shape than I was, but she was no spring hen either. So, you know, uh, just the sense of a companion, I had a companion after so long without one. And then when it was just ripped away from me, dude, I spazzed. I freaked out. It sucked. That really sucked ass. And I missed the companionship. Like, sure, she was cute. She was really cute, but her personality was really like, I don't know. She just, she's very like, duh. She would just, I don't know. We had like kind of like an age gap too, a little bit. She was like 19, I was like 22, 23 or something. So there was a bit of a gap, and then it made it weird. Like I couldn't relate to some of the stuff she was saying. Um, but yeah, dude, that shit fucked me up. Anyways, alcohol can kill you quicker than drugs. Yeah, dude. Alcohol, you got to be careful with alcohol because even if you're not an addict like I am, if you do alcohol, and let's say you're not an addict, like I was drinking I would be hammered all day. I'd be drunk all day. Basically, I would take like a couple shots and then just hang out all day. I would play video games. Honestly, it was kind of rad. I'm not gonna lie. I won't lie. There were certain things that were pretty rad about it. Um, Getting drunk and playing video games is hallelujah. What a what a time. But at a certain point, you realize that it's not that great because then you start feeling like shit. Um, where was I going with that? I lost my trace of thought again. Sorry, I just woke up. Um, if anybody joined, I'm in Maui right now. That's great. I'm on my honeymoon with Cassidy. Oh yeah, long story short, when I quit drinking alcohol because I'm such an addict, quitting alcohol was like the best thing to ever happen to me, and everything just fell into place. And the other tangent I was talking about is even if you're not an alcoholic and you're drinking alcohol, there's still a chance you're going to drink too much, get fucked up, and you're going to be off balance. You're going to do something stupid that you wouldn't normally do, and you can die, just from a poor decision from alcohol. Alcohol can kill you like instantly. And then if you're addicted to it, it'll just slowly deteriorate you, and that's arguably worse, to be honest. Based off my name in MF Doom, hell yeah, Doomhauer. I remember you were asking me about switching your name, I think, but dude, Doomhauer is too good. It's pretty awesome. I like Doom, the PS4 game, Doom Eternal. Is it that one, or is that the new one? I don't know. I couldn't get into new Doom games. I played the old school Doom games. Those were pretty fun. But yeah, we're just hanging out. Thanks for liking the stream, guys. Maybe one day I can get more get my algorithm pumped back up. I think I think if I get a random viewer, or if somebody um I think either a random viewer needs to donate, or one of the regular viewers. If somebody donates, I want to see what happens, because I think even if somebody donates like $1, I think YouTube is like, ooh, money. And then they push it out to see if you'll get more money from other people. And then if you get more money from other people, they'll push it even more. I think that's how it works. Because why would they not do that? As a company, why would you not capitalize on somebody making money on YouTube to make money? That makes more sense. And if somebody's not making money, yeah, sure, keep them in the dark. Hey, T-Nex, I got a wild name for you. I got a rap name for you. Wild Lockjaw. That's sick. I like it. Wild Lockjaw. That's kind of sick. You ever use that random rap generator? That thing's pretty funny. What a classic. All right. Well, we've been streaming for like a half hour. I'm glad some of you were hanging out. This is it's good. It's good to get my thoughts out. I always love doing this stuff. I am thankful for YouTube, even though they're a greedy billion-dollar company. It sure is nice to yap to the YouTube live streams to get my thoughts out of here. But yeah, I think I'm gonna get out of here. I gotta use the bathroom, and then I don't know, I might take the rental car somewhere. Who knows? All right, guys. Either way, I hope you guys have a good day. Maybe I'll catch you guys either in like a tomorrow or something. Maybe when I get back. So yeah, see ya.